Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really powerful framework for closing that frustrating gap between knowing what you should do and, actually doing it. It all comes down to two steps. First, mastering your mind, and then designing your actions.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You know exactly what needs to happen. That project, that workout, that new habit, but there's this invisible wall stopping you. It's that strange place where all our best intentions just seem to fizzle out.
And what do we usually do? We try to power through it. We tell ourselves to just be more disciplined. But honestly, that's like trying to push a giant boulder uphill. Willpower gets exhausted. The real, sustainable solution isn't about more brute force. It's about understanding the machinery inside our own heads.
See, once you get a handle on how your mind works, you can start to intentionally design your environment and your actions for success. And that's the powerful two-act framework we're exploring today. First, you win the inner game, then you design the outer game.
So, let's start with Act 1, the inner game. This whole thing revolves around one big idea, a concept called metacognition. And I know, it sounds a little academic, but trust me, getting this can totally change how you approach pretty much any challenge.
So what is metacognition? It's exactly what it says on the screen. Thinking about your thinking. It's like you can hit pause and step outside of your own head for a second to observe what's going on in there. You become your own mental coach, analyzing your strategies, spotting your own hang-ups, and figuring out how you actually think and learn best.
And this right here is the whole point. For most of us, most of the time, we're just passengers. Our thoughts just kind of happen to us, and we're along for the ride. Metacognition is what puts you in the driver's seat. It's the difference between being on mental autopilot and grabbing the steering wheel with both hands. Okay, so how do you actually do this? Well, you can use this super simple three-step framework. You can apply it to anything, really. Learning a new skill, managing a team, you name it. Let's break it down.
First, before you even start, you just pause. You prepare your mind. Instead of just diving in cold, you ask yourself these kinds of questions. Have I tackled something like this before? What worked then? What didn't? You're basically loading up your brain with your own past successes, so you're not starting from zero every single time.
Okay, next, while you're actually doing the thing, you're not just plowing ahead blindly. You've got this internal GPS running. You're constantly checking in. Hey, is the strategy still working? Am I heading in the right direction? This is how you make small adjustments along the way, instead of realizing you're totally lost at the very end.
And finally, and this is the part we almost always skip, you reflect after you're done. The learning isn't over just because the task is. This is where the real gold is. When you analyze what went right and what went wrong, you're building up this incredible personal playbook for the future. And that brings us perfectly to Act 2, the outer game. So we've started managing our inner world of thoughts. Now, how do we turn all that insight into actual consistent action out here in the real world? The key insight here actually comes from a pretty unexpected place. Kung Fu Panda. Master Shifu tries to train Po the same way he trained all his other students, and it's a total disaster. He realizes he has to design a totally new system built around Po's unique personality. It's a great metaphor for us. A one-size-fits-all approach to our own habits just doesn't work. We have to design for ourselves.
So how do we build that custom design? Well, there's a bridge. A really simple but really powerful formula for understanding why we do anything at all. It's called the Fogg Behavior Model. And here it is. It says that for any behavior to happen, you need three things to all show up at the exact same time: motivation, ability, and a prompt. And notice it's a multiplication formula. That's key. If any one of these three things is zero, the behavior just doesn't happen. Period.
Now, we spend so much time focusing on motivation, right? Trying to get hyped up. But motivation is like the weather. It's completely unreliable. Ability, though, that's the lever you can actually pull. The real secret isn't finding more motivation to do a hard thing. It's to make the right thing the easiest possible thing to do.
And finally, you've got the prompt. This is the spark, the little nudge, the green light. You can be super motivated to go for a run, and you can make it super easy by putting your shoes by the door. But if nothing actually tells your brain, hey, do it now, you still won't go. The prompt is that little trigger.
Let's make this real. Look at this example. Let's say you want your team to start meetings on time. You can design for it. You boost motivation by showing everyone how much time they'll save. You increase ability by making agendas shorter so the meeting feels less like a chore. And then you add a clear prompt, that calendar reminder that pops up 5 minutes before. Boom!
B equals MAP. You've just engineered the behavior.
So let's zoom out and put this all together. What's the one big thing you should walk away with today?
It's this. You have to stop trying to muscle your way through change. It's not about finding some secret stash of willpower. That's the hard way. And let's be honest, it almost never lasts.
Instead, you need to think like a designer. It's a simple two-step process. First, win the inner game with metacognition. Think about how you think. Then, win the outer game by using that B equals MAP formula to design your actions and set yourself up for an easy win.
So here's a challenge for you. Forget about some massive life overhaul for a second. Just pick one tiny, almost ridiculously small behavior you'd like to adopt. How can you design for it? How can you boost the motivation, increase the ability, and create the perfect prompt? Because when you start doing that, you're not just changing a habit, you're learning the skill of how to create change itself.